Greetings gamers, my name is Kamikaze, and Drill Core is a video game. A cool video game, I like it. It's made by Hungry Couch Games, but it really doesn't fit into a genre very neatly. It's a bit tower defensey, and it's a bit base buildery, and there's a little bit of rock and stone as well, but in practice it doesn't actually play like any of those things. And funny story, I actually bought this game solely because of the trailer, which is something that never happened because I've been burned too many times. Evolve. It's a very silly live-action recruitment trailer for the Drill Core company, and it piqued my interest so much I bought it immediately.
Sometimes I think our platform manager doesn't care if we live or die. You hear that? That guy just died removing a fire geyser.
Smart financial decision. Debatable, but do I regret it? Rockin' stone! Also, I should mention, early access. I think the game is good right now, but if it's something you care about, now you know. You are the manager of a Drill Core platform. The platform is a big old mining rig that tunnels down into a planet's crust before depositing this, the core. Then it explodes. The core explodes. The platform evacuates with your workers. I mean, unless you choose not to, you monster. This is for the purpose of terraforming planets. Apparently. Look, I'm not a scientist, but I don't know if detonating a super-powered nuclear bomb in the center of a planet would make it more habitable. Who cares, though? Got paid. Yes, as a company man for Drill Core, your goal is to make profit. You accept various contracts, which are missions. Each one has a different type of planet and a target depth you need to reach to drop the core. The game is very light on story, which is something that may be fleshed out in the future, probably will be. Again, early access. At this point, it's basically just a few emails you receive over the course of completing contracts, and it amounts to, wow, great job blowing up these planets. You sure are making us tons of money. Woo, capitalism. Did I mention Hungry Couch Games are a Russian studio? Is this an intentional critique of capitalistic greed? Make your own decisions. All I do know is that no game studio could make me hate capitalism more than Ubisoft does. Once you accept a contract, you kit out your platform and enter the level. Your objective is simple. Go down. You need coal to power the platform, though, which you gather by mining rock and stone. Sorry, I've been playing a lot of Deep Rock lately. These are your workers, your loyal employees. There are three types of workers. We'll start with the miners, because miners are actually most of the gameplay. You click on rocks underground to highlight them for your miners to go excavate. They'll always mine them in the order you select them, but if you have a bunch of rocks highlighted, if you click on a specific one again, nearby miners will prioritize that. This is important, and I'll get to why in a second. Most of the rocks are just rocks, but some of them have resources. Iron, swarmlet, coal, lunarite, galaxium, and warpstone. Iron and swarmlet are for building things on your platform, like labs to research upgrades and barracks to increase your worker count. Coal powers your platform, and these three are all evacuated with you at the end of the mission to buy permanent upgrades. Cool. Collect them. There are also lava blocks, which will shoot lava in a certain direction. Shield blocks, which give blocks more health, and... Wait, why is that rock shaking? Is that an eye? Oh, look, it's a subscribe button. Quick, click it. Click that subscribe button to win the game. Oh, wait, it's actually bugs with guns. Oh, piss, oh shit, oh fuck, bugs. You didn't think this would be easy, did you? No, sir, they're in the walls. Sometimes blocks will grow an eye and start shaking, and if you don't mine them quickly, big shooty bugs will pop out. This is why the ability to target specific rocks is important. But what if you don't get there in time? Well, that's where worker number 2 comes in. Soldier. Pretty straightforward. You don't directly control them, they just follow your other workers around, and if there are any enemies around, pop, pop. Oh, and worker number 3 is the carrier. They just follow your miners around and pick up the minerals to bring them back to the platform. Speaking of enemies, though, block bugs are not the only threat here. This is an indie game, which means monsters come out at night. Underground, there are these giant worm things that will insta-kill your workers, so you have to bring them back to the platform. And above ground, more bugs. This is where the tower defense part happens. You can build turrets along the side of the tunnel. You've only got a few to start, but you'll unlock more as you research stuff throughout the contract. And I feel it's now I should mention, this game is hard. You really need to be on top of things. The first night or two of each contract aren't bad, but they ramp up fast. Therefore, you need to seize the means of production. Sorry, you need to establish a strong economy, either by training more miners so you can gather resources faster, or by getting jacked to the tits on foundries.
I'm jacked to the tits!
Which automatically produce iron. Cool. You're still going to get overwhelmed eventually though, because you only have a few turret spots at first. As you dig down, you'll unlock more turret spots along the tunnel, which is good, because man alive, there are so many bugs. Assuming you don't die though, you'll eventually gather enough coal to reach your target depth, and congratulations, initiate planetary meltdown. I mean terraforming. If you manage to evacuate your workers, they get to keep all the shiny resources you mine, and get a nice little reward for completing the contract as well. This brings us along nicely to the upgrades. There are your sort of generic technology upgrades and platform upgrades. Tech ones are cool, giving you things like more starting resources, or the ability for your soldiers to shoot at the night bugs, which is neat. And the platform upgrades allow you to start each contract with more stuff unlocked. There are a set number of slots for each type of upgrade, buildings, core, etc. And this is where the early access feels the early accessiest, for lack of a better term. At the moment, there's only one platform. There are more platform types on the roadmap, but they're not here yet. And there just aren't a whole lot of upgrades in general. And while we're talking about stuff the game should add, I think it just needs a bit more variety. Some more mission types would be great. The different planets do add a bit of variety, adding different blocks and enemies, and the depth requirement makes things more challenging and require more strategy, but I still eventually found myself getting kind of bored. Don't get me wrong, I really like this game, I want to see where it goes, and I will certainly play it some more when some updates come in. And for 15 bucks, I feel like I got my money's worth. So that does it for me. If you've played Drill Core, leave a comment and let me know what you thought. Shorter video this week because I'm working on a couple bigger ones, but I still hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe as well because those videos are going to be life-changing, I promise. Anyway, I'm going to get back to working on other stuff now. Goodbye.